it is, and I was like, all right, let's do it. Threw it back.
All right. Oh, shit. Okay, so the way, obviously you've been seeing some of this, and the way this works
Yeah.
is I introduce kombucha to some of my guests,
Okay.
and I picked a flavor again just for you. This is a new brand for me, but it's called Brew Doctor. It's the Super Berry, and I picked Super Berry because you're like a super athlete. You're obviously kind of super intense, but
Yeah.
there's a reason for that. So you need something heroic for yourself. And it's actually heroically tasty kombucha featuring a recipe of both sweet and tart berries fermented with oolong tea.
Oh, I like oolong.
Do you mess around with oolong tea? You
Yeah.
want to take a look at that bottle?
Of course, man. I'm Chinese. I love oolong tea.
What do you know about kombucha, if anything?
Nothing.
Are you worried about sugar, by the way?
No, I don't care.
This has a slightly higher content, but that means it actually ferments a little bit better, so it might be actually a good thing. Might be a good thing.
Let's do it.
Does it scare you?
I like how it says non-alcoholic. Is there alcoholic types?
Yes. So
Oh.
if you let kombucha keep going, it becomes alcoholic.
Oh, I might try that.
Have you ever thought about making this? Do you know how it's made?
I know negative information about kombucha. I
It's-
just literally know the word.
It's really easy to do, actually. So you can actually buy. It's called a SCOBY. It's like a basic what do you want to call it? An active bacteria culture. So
Okay.
it's kind of like doing sourdough bread. Like the bacteria keeps alive.
Okay.
So it feeds off of tea and black tea typically and sugar, but this is using oolong tea.
Okay.
There you go. So after it ferments, it releases carbonation. You can flavor it however you want to. There's typically sediment at the bottom of this jug, but I can't flip it over now because I pulled the cap off. But if you flip it around, if you look at the bottom of it, there might be some sediment down there, and the sediment's actually great for your gut health. There's a lot of enzymes, a lot of amino acids, and it's all organic. So, cheers. Cheers. You ready for this?
Yeah, let's do it.
COVID times?
Yeah.
Let me know what you think.
Oh, it's kind of like a pop almost.
It's kind of almost like a pop.
Yeah,
It's kind of almost like a pop.
it's like a fruity pop. I like it.
There's obviously different flavors. Like if you like the fruity, if you don't like the fruity,
I don't even taste the fruity. It kind of tastes like
tart berries. So maybe it's not like it's not supposed to be a super berry, but it's gonna be.
I like it. You
it's
know
gonna be
why?
there.
I like carbonated water a lot.
Yeah.
So it's like a little bit of like flavor for me, which is I'm used to now because I haven't drinking like pop in a long time unless I'm like mixing it with the chase or something. So like I like it.
It's good. It's really good. Honestly, this brand is new to me. I've never had this one before. But it's just a good superfood. It's just something to keep your body like regulated, keep moving along, and really good for your gut health. Really good for your gut health.
Yeah, I like it.
Have the rest if you'd like, for sure. So part of this is obviously experiencing something new with kombucha. And just to like leave off with the podcast, talk about like maybe 3 things that someone like in a beginner stage of like working out or like wanting to be an athlete, like 3 things that someone could take home and just be like, you know what, I'm going to try to be better at this.
3 things for a beginner.
3 things.
1.
Beginner or athlete, because again, you're in my opinion, you're a big super athlete as well.
Okay, so 1, be patient. Like, it's not a race. It's like a journey.
Yeah.
Like, it's not about who can lose the most weight first.
The
or like,
fastest,
yeah,
even.
you know what I mean? It's about who can be like the healthiest longest, I think, or like have like the healthiest lifestyle.
You touched about it earlier, sustainability.
Yeah,
I think
it's-
that's important.
It's all about sustainability for me. It's like, who cares if you lost 30 pounds in like a month if you gain it back? Like,
It means nothing.
It means absolutely nothing. Well,
Yeah.
I feel bad for saying that because some people go through that yo-yo. But anyways, like, be ready for like the plateau because that plateau will hit. Like, even if it does hit, just keep going. Like, don't stop, because I feel like sometimes people hit like a plateau, like they'll lose a lot and they're like, yeah, I love this, and then they hit that like straight flat ground. They're not.
And they get somewhat more comfortable and they come
Yeah.
back up a little bit and they're like,
Exactly.
oh, fuck it, I'm done with this. Like, I can't go
Yeah,
any further.
exactly. And then like, yeah, like number 3,
What was number 2? Be patient was the first one.
be patient.
Yeah.
Number 2 was go through the plateau.
Oh, okay.
Once you get to the plateau, like, and you can like, I feel like be patient to like get where you need to go, and then once you hit that plateau, just be again like, just keep going.
Punch through it.
Yeah, you gotta keep going through it. Like, if you, like you said, like some people like hit that plateau and they're like, oh, you know, like they kind of let up a little bit, go back to their old lifestyle. Again, it's all about sustainability.
Yeah.
And then the third one is like, keep learning. Like, just because like what you thought was right about health and fitness like 2 years ago, you like were die hard by it. It's okay to say like, oh, I was wrong, and like this is probably a better way.
Yeah.
I feel like that happens a lot too. It's like people are like, oh, this is the number one thing, like this is the healthiest thing, and they like don't want to like ever go away from it, and like, or like new studies come out where showing it's wrong. Like, just be open to changes and stuff like that.
Yeah. It comes back to your number 2 point, which is also like there's going to be a plateau when you start doing that one thing, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So if you're, for example, only doing booty squats and you're only doing hip thrusts, like at some point, you're going to hit that plateau and be like, you know what? I need to challenge myself and push myself.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Cool. And for a super athlete like yourself, one nice little recommendation and something that they need to work on. So those are 3 points for someone that's like beginning and maybe starting to work out and think about getting to the gym. But like, what would you say for someone that's an athlete out there going to listen to this and want to try to push themselves more?
Always show up. Like, I feel like, you have so many practices as an athlete, and then sometimes you're just mentally not there and you're just going through the motions. And like, to actually become better at something, you actually have to be mentally there to improve and like put the purpose in to improve. Like, if you're going to a practice and you're just going through the motions, you're not going to improve anything.
Yeah. Everything
has to be purposeful. So if you're there for the purpose of improving and you're pushing yourself to improve, you will improve.
I like it. Yep. I like it. Just showing up sometimes is, honestly, is a success, right? It's a victory.
Yeah.
It's a victory. I like it. So again, thank you for coming to the podcast.
No problem.
I try to keep it like within realm. I know we talked about like a previous one, but we'll try to keep it in realm.
Yeah.
Again, thank you for coming to my podcast. And we'll get this episode out pretty soon.
Yeah, cool. Thanks.
Cool.